Hello everybody, Johnny Toyota here. Two vehicles I want you to key on right now because these incentives expire. Hold on a second, I gotta check the date. Look at the date at the top of that, at the very top of that. Oh, let's look. August 4th. These incentives expire August 4th. Now what I will tell you too is we are always a little more highly motivated at the end of the month to make you a great deal on a car because we have numbers we want to hit. I have numbers I want to hit, goals as a salesperson. 0% financing for 60 months on both the Toyota Sienna minivan and the Prius V. And I want to just take a moment to talk briefly about the Prius V. But first, before I do that, don't underestimate 0% financing. This saves you a lot of money over the life of a 5-year loan on your car. 0%. Now these incentives will expire on August 4th, so you have a little bit past the end of the month, and new incentives will be out next month, but we never know what those are going to be. So if you're in the market for either of those vehicles right now, come on down and let's talk about it. There are incentives on many of the other vehicles as well. The Rav4, for example, 0%, but I don't want to run through all of them. Those are 3 of our top selling vehicles, so I thought I'd mention those first. The other thing I want to talk about is why recently we traded in our Highlander and leased a Prius V. Why in the world would we do that? We take Highlander, which I completely loved, and trade it in and lease a Prius V. Why would we do that? We don't need a car that big anymore. And the Prius V gets 40 miles plus to the gallon. We lease it. We get rid of some negative equity. Now we have a car that makes much more economic sense for our family. In addition to that, here's the thing about the Prius V. Do not underestimate it. The headroom, the cargo room, it has a ton of room. It is almost like a crossover SUV vehicle. You would never guess that from looking at it on the outside of the vehicle. You look at that car and you think, is there really that much room in it? But here's an example. I had a guy come into the dealership on Saturday, 6'9". I had a neck ache after I worked with him because I was constantly looking up at him like this when I was talking to him. But he got into the Prius V and he was comfortable in there. That's how much room exists inside the Prius V. The cargo space, get the kids in the back, the dog in the hatchback, get 40 plus miles to the gallon, and save that money for something else. John Ashworth, also now known as Johnny Toyota. If you're not watching this video on the blog, be sure to check out johnnytoyota.com for more videos like this, more information about cars, more announcements, advertisements, and little tidbits to motivate you in your daily life like this one. The Japanese have a principle, they call it Kaizen. Constant improvement through small incremental changes implemented on a consistent basis, usually on a daily basis. Toyota has about 14 of these principles that they operate on, which is what has made them one of the top auto manufacturers in the country. Pardon the sneeze over here from the cameraman. They are important. If you implement them, you will have success. Kaizen, constant improvement. Check out my Fitness Friday segment on NBC last Friday, and I talk about how to take that principle, apply it to 5 exercises you can do in your dress clothes for a perfect example of how you can improve your life with small incremental changes. Of course, is to come on down to the dealership and take advantage of 0% financing on the Sienna, on the Prius V, or on the Rav. Johnny Toyota. Talk to you soon.
Sorry, I sneezed.
It's all right.